Okay, this is video number 3 for Chapter 11 in the Microsoft Excel 2013 Comprehensive Textbook. We're on page 719. And they want us to open the Snowbound Vacation Carnivals, which I have already done. And we're not going to worry about resizing it right now. We're also going to open the Snowbound Vacation Carnivals Abigail. And so we'll go here and do a file open. And here's the file from Abigail. And I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to open the one for Martin sooner or later too, so I'll just open that one at the same time. Okay, they've all opened up now, and if I just shrink them down a little bit, okay, I need to tell it I want to enable editing on this one. And we'll shrink that one down a little bit. So we've got Martin, we've got the Vacation Carnivals one, and let me see. I should be able to kind of see the tops of these here, I think. So there's Vacation Carnivals, there's Abigail, and there's Martin. If I drag that down a little bit lower, I think we can probably see all three of them on the screen here, but there's not much to see. But you can see the titles here. And what we're going to do is, on page 720, they tell us to go to the View tab and say we want to view them side by side. I think there's an easier way to do that, and that is if you just want to see two things side by side, you can click and drag to the left edge. When your arrow hits the left edge, this is if you're using Windows 7 or Windows 8, it'll take up exactly half the screen. I want Abigail's spreadsheet on the other half, so I just drag it until the red arrow hits the edge of the screen, and there it is. And so now I've got these two side by side, just like on the top of page 720. It says use the scroll bar to scroll the worksheet, but if you look at the scroll bar, this is the entire worksheet, so there is no scrolling to be done here. So now we're on the top of page 721, and okay, there is, let's go back to the View tab here, and what I can do is I may have to close the third one. Okay, so I've got them here, and for some reason this is not working. If I go to the View tab over here, and I want this button right here, which will let me view them side by side, and it's not giving me that choice. And I'm not sure why, but it's not a big deal. If I could turn that on, it would allow me to scroll them at the same time. So if you have two sheets that are almost identical, you can scroll them both like that. But for some reason that is not working right now, but it's not a big deal, and so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, now we want to close Abigail's workbook, and then I'm going to maximize this one again. And now we're on the middle of page 721 about merging workbooks, and it says make a backup copy of the Snowbound Vacation Carnivals workbook in a different location. I'm not going to put it in a different location. I'm going to put it in the same folder. It shouldn't make any difference. So do a save as to change the name. And this is my current folder, and I'm going to call it backup. Now, because I saved it with the name backup, that's actually the one that I'm using now. So technically, I suppose I should close this one and open up the original, but that's not a big deal either. The original one will now be my backup if something goes wrong here. So I want to go to my toolbar here, and I want to customize it. And let's go to more commands down here. And let's go to all commands up here. And then we want to scroll down to compare. Scroll down to the C's. These are in alphabetical order here. Compare and merge workbooks, and then we're going to click on the add button to move it over, and that'll put it on our quick access toolbar, and then we want to click on OK, and now that green circle up there is our merge button. Okay, now we want to click on that, and it's going to let me select a file. And what I want to do is I want to find the Abigail file and the Martin file, and those are going to be up here in Chapter 11. And I want Abigail and Martin. So just do a shift click or control click when you click on those, and you can get them both at the same time, and click on OK. Now, they don't actually point this out in the book for some reason. I think they probably should. But we now have some changes here, and the only way you can tell is probably by going back and looking on page 720. On the left side at the top on page 720, you can see the numbers for Carnival 1, and they have not changed. We still have a total of 2875 at the bottom, and all the numbers are the same. For Carnival 2, though, the second number used to be 800, and now it's 750. The next number used to be 550, and now it's 475. And the next one was 800, now it's 650. The next one at 350 has been changed to 400. The next one at 750 has been changed to 800, and the last one remains the same. For Carnival 3, it used to be a 350, and now it's a 300, and a 450, and now it's a 500, and a 425 is still the same. 500 is now a 600, 250 is the same, 500 has become 600, and 225 remains the same. And so my new totals now at the bottoms of the columns are 2875 is still the same, but the next column is now 3,675, which is, what is that, about 175 less than it was before. And the next one is 2,900, which is exactly 200 more than it was before. And our new total is now 9,450, which is $25 more than it was before. So as far as I know, it doesn't highlight or tell you what the changes are, but it does put the changes in. Okay, now we're on page 723, and we're going to turn off workbook sharing and save the workbook. So we're going to go to the Review tab here and click on the Share Workbook button, and we want to turn off the checkbox here to allow changes by more than one user at a time, and click on OK, and then click on Yes, and we're going to save that with the name Snowbound Vacation Carnivals Merge. So do a file and a save as, and same place, and it's going to be the same name except it's going to have merged on the end. And that's a good place to stop that video, so we'll stop there and we'll continue with the next section in video number 4.